Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 5 new comics for February 6th and 7th of 2024. I'm, as always, Chris, and we got some cool books to talk about. I'm really excited to talk about a few of them, and also really excited just to get into one in particular, and I think you'll see why when we get there. But let's jump right into it, starting with Ultimate Black Panther #1. This is written by Bryan Hill with art by Stefano Caselli. I traditionally not a huge Black Panther fan. I like the character when he shows up. Don't read a whole lot of his solo stuff. But we got this new Ultimate Universe that I've been really, really excited about. Loved Ultimate Invasion. Loved Ultimate Spider-Man #1. And just really excited to see this alternate Marvel universe showing up inside the comics again. I love the original Ultimate Universe and everything that provided for Marvel Comics throughout the years. And I think this new one being helmed by Hickman, giving him his own universe to kind of play with, is just brilliant. And so all the books coming out with it, I just have been super excited for. And then you add in kind of the twist that we've got some Moon Knight lore in the background. Moon Knight, or at least Khonshu, is some sort of villain in this universe, playing with Black Panther and the other characters. And I just also think Bryan Hill, he's been doing that Blade book that I absolutely love. It's a blast. And I just really excited to see what he's got in store for this one. So Ultimate Black Panther, some good way to start off our list. After that, we've got Shazam #8. This is written by Mark Waid with art by Goran Sudzuka. Let's start off. I think the last issue with Goran's art was phenomenal. Tiny bit sad that Dan Moore is no longer on the book. I don't know if he's coming back later, if he's taking a break from it. I was shocked to see that Dan was doing 2 books at the same time. That's just unheard of. And I was really loving his work on the Shazam book. But Goran stepped in, and honestly, it's still really phenomenal art for this issue. And I can't say it enough between this series when I talk about Shazam, the podcast I do, Fortune Comic News, when I talk about Shazam, or just when I'm in the comic shop talking about Shazam. It's so much fun. It has a serious tone to it at times. Mark Waid's been doing a really great job of telling a story that is important and has weight, but at the same time is just having a blast with it. At the end of the day, I will keep coming back for this book as long as he gives me space dinosaurs who are obsessed with paperwork. There's something about that just tickles me so much, and I love it. That aside, a little jokingly, but it seriously, it's a blast. I do just love Captain Marvel, the Captain, Shazam, whatever we're calling him these days. He's such a good character and just brings out so many great feelings as a character for me. And I think this series has been one of the better ones in a long time. I thought Jeff Johns did an okay job with Shazam. And some of the other ones here and there. The Mary Marvel one was fun, but it lacked the Billy of it all. It lacked that character that I enjoy so much and we get so little of. So yeah, Shazam #8. Jump on Shazam. Trust me, it's so much fun. It's probably the most fun book that DC is currently putting out. After that, we've got Batman #142. This is written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Andrea Sorrentino. So first, Batman has just been really, really good I can't express enough how much I've loved Chip Zdarsky's run on this. And yes, the normal run has been with Jorge Jimenez, which is just add another layer. Jorge's art is top tier at his worst. So I'm loving this book. That said, Andrea Sorrentino, another artist out there that I just really love. Been following him since he's been doing books with DC with New 52, and just whenever he shows up, I'm happy. So for him to be the fill-in artist is huge. I mean, you're talking about taking actually not even probably, if you watched my top 5 for last year's video / podcast, you saw that I put Jorge on my top 5. I believe he was my number 1. It's been a while since I recorded that. And replacing him with another guy I really love is just great. And I've had my criticisms with DC using Joker too much, and I think they definitely do still stand. I would love to see DC take more time and try to implement more of Batman's rogues gallery rather than continuing to go through the same villains over and over again. And at the top of that list is Joker. But I get it. It's Batman. It's the top selling book. It's Joker. He's the top selling villain. Math is math. You're going to do what you're going to do. But this story in particular really interests me. If you have to do a Joker book, this might be the one I want to see. And that is, what's Joker doing alongside Frank Miller's Year One? Like, what's happening there? And I love the way in the last issue that Chip and crew weave that into the main story, and how this 3-issue arc is basically a flashback that will tie into current events. So I don't know. Batman's just great. you gotta jump on this book. It's great. After that, I've got Godzilla, the Valentine's Day special number 1. This book is written by Zoe Tunnell with art by Zdarsky Pendergast. First, I'm a big Godzilla fan. I'm not a huge romance fan. I don't know. That's a genre that's just never clicked with me. I've tried many times. This one makes the list out of strict curiosity. I want to know what the fuck this is. How does Godzilla have a Valentine's Day special? And my feeling is that this pitch was so good that IDW was like, we have to do this. So I'm really just super curious as to what the hell this is. That's really all I have to say. I mean, we can go over a little bit what the book is about. It's Godzilla and his romance. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really, really into this idea. It's pure curiosity, pure what the fuck, pure just, I can't wait. And listen, I get IDW review codes. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm probably reading this book, and you'll hear about it on the podcast. So if you're like, I wonder what Chris is thinking about it, go check out the Fortress Comedies podcast. I guarantee I talk about it. I've been plugging that show a lot today. After that, I've got Star Wars Mace Windu number 1. This is written by Marc Bernardin with art by George Jeanty. So let's start with Marc Bernardin. Is just a guy I really love. He does a lot of work with Kevin Smith. He's a writer in his own, on his own. He's done so much stuff throughout his career. mostly in TV and film, but come to find out he's also a huge comic nerd and has gotten the chance to write a bunch of great comics, both in the Star Wars universe. I've seen him on some. I've read his Comixology series that I'm zoning on the name of, The Census. That was a good book. You guys should check it out. I know he's done Marvel DC stuff here and there. And I'll say he's never disappointed me. I've liked everything I've read by him. Can't say I've read every single thing. So that aside, I always get excited about new Star Wars books because I'm such a huge Star Wars fan. Yes, through everything, through all the Disney stuff, I still love Star Wars. And I've been saying for a while now that this Marvel has shepherded the Star Wars IP better than anybody. I've loved the Star Wars comic line. I actually, in a way, as much as I do enjoy stuff like The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, I do somewhat agree with people that it would be nice for it to go away and let the extended universe build and keep doing these comics, keep doing these great novels, doing all this stuff. But that aside, I love Star Wars. Mace Windu, for me, I grew up in an era where it was not cool to like the prequel trilogy. And I'll say to this day, I like 1 and 3. They're nowhere near as good as the original trilogy. The original trilogy is GOAT. It'll always be GOAT. 2 is still just unwatchable. I'm sorry to anybody that watches that movie. It's unwatchable. But the thing with the prequel trilogy is that the characters weren't bad. Like, Anakin had potential. And Mace Windu is a lot of fun. And I still say General Grievous is one of my favorite Star Wars villains. He's just not used very well. So I like the idea of exploring these characters more. We've gotten Mace Windu comics in the past. We've gotten Mace Windu novels in the past. So it's not like he's unknown. But I just like Mace Windu. And I'm down to see what he's got going on. And it's Mace Windu during the Clone War. Or, I'm sorry, before the Clone Wars. Him doing his thing. Him being a Jedi before all these crazy events go down that lead into the Star Wars universe we know. And I'm there for it. I'm there for it 100%. So, yeah, I try not to recommend every number 1 Star Wars or issue 1 Star Wars book that comes out. I think I've done most of them so far, so I apologize. But I just love Star Wars, and I really do think that Mace Windu, as a character and as a concept and as a series, I believe this is a 5-issue limited series, and with a good creative team, could be a really good book. So I'll be looking forward to it. I don't know about you. So everybody, that is all for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, we're going to click this button here so you know to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Let me know what books you're looking forward to. What books on my list you're going, what the fuck on? Probably Godzilla, Valentine's Day special. I know. I'm just really curious. And all that fun stuff. Or just say hi. Say good job. I don't know. Comment down below. I want to hear from you and know more. And if you like the videos that we're making here, also hit that notification button, the little bell thing on the YouTube, and then you can make sure you get our videos as they come out. And as I've said like 50 times in the show already, every Wednesday we put out the Fortress Comic News podcast. We talk about all the news from the prior week. We talk to comic creators every week. You can also get those as videos on the YouTube. They're cut up a little differently. Or if you like to listen to podcasts on the go, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple iTunes, it's everywhere. If you cannot find it somewhere, let me know and I will make sure it gets there for you. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all here next time.